So saturation refers to how bright or vivid your colors are. So neon colors are super saturated, grays are very desaturated. When you buy good quality paint, they usually have more pigment, right? So they have more hue and they have more saturation. So when you buy cheaper paints, they have less hue and more filler and slightly less saturation. So you don't really have as wide of a range of colors to work with. So again, I manipulated the colors here. Usually if you think of like nighttime, if you think of nighttime scenes are almost very desaturated. One of the things I like to do at nighttime when I go for a walk is just try to remember in the fall, like try to remember which trees are red and which trees are green and which trees are yellow. It's very hard to tell at night because there's not enough light, right? So at night, everything is desaturated. The more light you have, the more natural saturation you have, and the less light you have, the less saturation you have. What would you say this piece has in terms of contrast? Like what is the highest contributing factor of contrast? Is it the hue, the saturation, or the value? Is it using color to achieve contrast? Because this color palette that we used is analogous, right? So analogous colors are actually pretty low contrast in hue because they're next to each other on the color wheel, right? Analogous colors are, if you look at this palette, it's purple, blue, and green. Those colors are next to each other on the color wheel, right? So they have relatively low contrast. So you can see it's not the value because this over here is the original. So this I just converted to grayscale, and you can see look how faded this building looks, right? If I did this as a black and white painting, I would expect this to be the finished piece. I would think that this piece looks kind of faded, right? It doesn't look very like I'm using a full range of values. But if you go to the saturation, look how much it stands out now. Right? Compared to here, this doesn't stand out at all. But if you look at this, it's like all I see is that purple. That purple is drawing me in. So this is an example of contrast through saturation. You can choose any color that you would like to use. I'm probably going to choose my red because my red is fairly saturated naturally. These are a little bit trickier, the saturation and value, because with value what we want to do is we want to make this red super light or super dark, and then the saturation is going to be that red very bright or very dull, but the saturation bar here is going to have the same value. So it means that if I photocopied this in black and white, right, this would be all the same gray. And then the value would be, if I photocopied this part, it would look like a grayscale. Okay, so I'm gonna take out my red. I have a little bit of white and I have a little bit of black. We're gonna go from full saturation to low saturation, right? So low saturation is actually just grayscale, and full saturation is the color at its purest. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my red and I'm just going to kind of paint it about a third of the way. It's a little bit watery, and then I'm just going to kind of feather it out. And then on this side, the challenging part is now to mix a gray that is the same value as this red. I'm going to try to mix it right next to my red. You want to clean your brush so that there's no red pigment on it. Start to introduce this black. So you basically want, the red is super intense, so sometimes it actually looks darker than it is. Okay, so then once you have your gray, then you're gonna go on this side and just kind of paint that in. Now the middle is gonna be tricky because now we want to start to introduce this color and blend in the middle. So I'm gonna probably make a new pile and now start to combine my red with my gray. And look what happens when I do that. It starts to cool that color a lot. So when this happens, it actually doesn't balance the color very well, because when you're using subtractive color, as soon as you start to add white or black to that color starts to cool down a lot. So it doesn't look like this color anymore, right? It doesn't look like a desaturated red, it looks like a purple. So what we have to do is we have to add a little bit of yellow just to warm it up a little bit so that it still looks like red. And then I'm gonna try to blend this. So I'm gonna do one section at a time. I kind of have this color and this color, so now I'm gonna remove the paint from my brush and start to blend them in. And now I want to blend the middle part with the red. If you're using pure red, it's usually pretty transparent. But then when you start to add white to it, it becomes more opaque, right? So it's tough to try to balance out the opaque paint with more of the pure transparent paint.
If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an upload. If you'd like to support the channel and the creation of free arts education, become a member on Patreon for behind-the-scenes perks and online classes at Wing Canvas. Join our Art Nerd community with the links down below. Here are some other videos you can check out next.